everybody! You're getting your daily dose of LoweTivation. This is episode 190. Look at this winter wonderland behind me. My sister started decorating the house, and I'm feeling really festive. And nobody's home right now, and that's why I'm filming my episode downstairs instead of in my prison that I call my room. Anyway, hope y'all are doing great. And I don't know. How am I doing? This episode, I wanted to do a check-in with myself, and I think even if you're not trying to go on a mental journey to better yourself or a physical journey or whatever else, I don't think it's a bad idea to check in with yourself. I feel like we go around and we ask other people, how are you doing? And then they ask us, and then we half-ass, say great or whatever. I notice that when people ask me how I'm doing, I'm obviously not going to be honest if I'm having a bad day or not feeling that great or whatever. I've done it as a joke, like the teller at 7-Eleven will be like, hey, how's it going? And I'll be like, oh man, I'm really depressed today. And then we'll both laugh because, who really is going to be honest a lot of the times, especially if you don't know the person that well and they're asking how you're doing. A lot of us don't want to go through that whole conversation anyway of being honest. So we just say good because we're trying to be courteous and move along. But that brings me to my point. I don't think it's a bad thing for everybody, at least every once in a while, to check in with yourself and see how you're really doing. How is your happiness level? How do you feel about yourself? How do you feel about how you look? And I was thinking about that today as I was driving home because I'm very happy right now. My happiness level is probably the highest that it's ever been. And, I have a lot of problems going on. I have a lot of pain in my body. I'm highly overweight. I have a lot of things that I need to work on, but I am working on it, and I'm very happy about that, and I'm making really great progress. A lot of it's slow, but you know what? I'm moving along. I'm moving along, and I'm doing what I need to do to work on what I need to work on, so I'm very proud of that. I don't know. When I see myself, I think that's a different story as far as my physical appearance goes. It was really odd because I was driving home and I was thinking, I wonder if I'm ever gonna find a soulmate who feels in love with me and they love how I look and my personality doesn't annoy the shit out of them. I wonder if that's actually gonna happen. And it was kind of a messed up thought to think about because then I dove into that deeper and I was like, well, that's kind of a shitty thing because I kind of felt like I never was going to, and I'm like, that's kind of a shitty thing to think about yourself. And I went deeper into that and realized, there are a lot of things about myself that I don't like, that I'm still working on. But I will say that I've made a lot of progress as far as how I feel when I see myself, or how I treat myself internally when I see myself, or just think about myself in general. Because before I started this mental health journey and started focusing on being a little more positive and working on things in general, I was very negative, and instantly I did not want to see my own image. I didn't want to see my own pictures. I didn't even want to think about myself because if I did, I immediately degraded myself. I hated myself so much. I didn't even want to be here anymore. I just hated myself so much. It was sad, and it was just not a way to live. And after these over 6 months of working on stuff mentally and physically, I can tell you that I'm feeling a lot better, and I definitely don't immediately go to a negative thought about myself when I see my own image or when I just think about what I'm working on. So that's progress. And I can say right now that I don't hate myself. I can honestly say that. I am not happy with a lot of the things that I've done, and it's gonna take a while for me to forgive myself for the things that I've done. And nothing's really that insane that I've done. It's just just getting to where I'm at as far as physically and being overweight and just not working on things in my life like I should have. I think it's going to take me a while to forgive myself, which I also thought about and was thinking, It's kind of ridiculous that it's taking me so long to forgive myself, but because I forgive other people very easily, and I don't hold a grudge depending on what it is. For the most part, I'm pretty laid back, and if someone apologizes, or if I have to force an apology out of them and make them, talk to me about whatever's going on, I can let go of a grudge pretty easily. But for some reason, when it comes to myself, I don't treat myself like I treat others. I treat everybody else way better than I treat myself. So I'm checking in and I'm making sure that I'm trying to at least be positive about things and to work towards loving myself the same way that I love everybody else. Even strangers that I just met, I probably give them more respect and love than I give myself. And that's a problem. And that's the whole point of going on this journey. And I'm working on it. I'm a work in progress, but I'm excited. And I know that with the progress I've made, that there is hope. And I'm feeling better about everything. So it's good to check in, see where you're at. And if you're not happy, and if you're not feeling great about how you look or how you feel or whatever's going on, definitely look into that. And if you haven't started, start working on whatever the steps are to feeling better, because you deserve to be happy. Don't just walk around and pretend. And when people ask you how you're doing, just do the default, I'm great, but you're fucking lying. Tell yourself the truth. Check in, see how you're doing. It's okay to not be okay. And you can go from there and start working on things, because like I always say, whatever you're doing, whatever you're going through, whatever the fuck is going on, I'm here every day going through my shit, and I'm here to support if you need it, and I appreciate everybody with all the support you've been giving me. So much love, and check in with yourself. Check yourself before you wreck yourself. Much love.